As the business world becomes more and more purpose-driven, you might hear the concept of the why get thrown around quite a lot in conversation. If you're not familiar with it already, the man behind the concept, his name is Simon Sinek, and he's a professional motivational speaker, optimist, and author of some incredible books. His TED Talk on how great leaders inspire action has hundreds of millions of views across various platforms at this point, and he has inspired a movement of people connecting with their why behind what it is that they do. So his concept of the golden circle represents the way that most people and most companies operate, which is from the outside in. So Simon Sinek basically says that all people within an organization will know what it is that they do, less will know how they do it, and even fewer will know why it is that they actually do it. Now his premise is that the most effective companies and the most effective people will work from the inside out. So what they do and how they do it is basically entirely driven by why they do it. Because the what and the how might actually change, but the why rule will always remain the same. So his example is of Apple. Their why is that they believe in challenging the status quo and doing things differently. Their how is that their products are beautifully designed and really easy to use. And their what is the fact that they just happen to sell computers and iPods and iPhones. Now, it's fair to note that Simon Sinek's talk was over 10 years ago now, and Apple has slipped a little bit from this mission. A lot of their advertising now sort of revolves around features and benefits, and it doesn't always follow this exact formula, but there are a lot of other companies that have adopted this approach to the way that they operate, and certainly the way that they advertise. So let me show you a really quick and powerful example of one of my favorite commercials from Google, essentially advertising their Google Maps and Google My Business functions, but through tapping into the why and the how of their clever design. Now, a strong connection with purpose, like this video showed, is essentially what makes companies and people successful at what they do. Google's mission, for example, here is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. This is the why behind everything that they do. And another example here is the brand Patagonia's mission statement, which is to build the best product, cause no unnecessary harm, use business to inspire and implement solution to the environmental crisis. So while its mission might not start off directly referencing the products that they make, it quickly becomes really aspirational. The company is linking the fact that they make apparel with its fundamental values, which is saving the planet. So I want you to really think about your own mission statement, because having this in place will actually affect how you do things and ultimately what you end up doing as well. So your statement should be aligned with your own purpose, and it should be specific, it should be inspirational, and it should be succinct, meaning no big words or really long paragraphs are necessary here. Just to give you a bit more inspiration here, there are two more powerful examples I wanted to share with you. One is from Tesla, which is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. And the other one is from JetBlue, which is to inspire humanity, both in the air and on the ground. Notice that all of the ones that I've shared with you are really short and to the point. Now, I want to lead by example here by showing you my own mission statement, which is to be better and make the world around me better every single day. Now, this might seem like a really big, daunting task, but this one statement and having this in place and having this in my mind has really helped me determine what clients I take on, what businesses I start, and how I conduct myself. For example, just by eating a plant-based diet and minimizing my use of plastic whenever I can, I do actually believe that I make the world a slightly better place every day, even if it is in a really small way. So having this in mind has really helped me every time I've made a decision to either take on a new client, create a new business, accept a new role, or even just when creating new personal or professional relationships. And on the other end of that spectrum, when I've had to make a decision to leave or end a working or professional relationship because it no longer aligned with my mission, this is where this statement really came into play. And I know that having this in place can really help you too. So I want you to think about what matters to you, what motivates you, and what could also resonate with others if they read your mission statement. I want you to write it down, and you can always return to it later and keep perfecting it as you go along.